Well, Amendment 5 would make it a lot harder for lawmakers now to raise your taxes or increase fees. Critics are concerned it would make it nearly impossible, and that could hurt Florida during leaner times when the state's most vulnerable. Well, Evan explains again, this time what's at stake with Amendment number 5.
There's nothing Florida Republicans like to talk about more.
We've worked hard to cut taxes over 80 times.
That's why we lower the corporate tax rate.
A sales tax reduction, a property tax reduction.
It's a low tax state.
For their coup de grace, they're pushing Amendment 5, if approved by 3/5 of voters, raising fees for parks, gun permits, driver licenses, corporate taxes, or sales taxes by even a tenth of a penny would be much harder.
People work hard for their money, and it should be hard for government to take their money.
Right now, a simple majority in both the House and Senate is required to increase most taxes or fees. That is 61 in the House and 21 in the Senate. Amendment 5 would raise the required vote to a supermajority, or 2/3 of both chambers. Instead of needing 61 and 21, tax raisers would need 80 in the House and 27 in the Senate.
You just have to go back a few years during the Great Recession when you saw the legislature raising taxes at the worst time for many.
But some worry that this is easy to say during relatively good times when the legislature expects to head into session with a surplus. But what happens during the bad times? In short, they say supermajorities are super short-sighted.
It makes it more difficult to respond to budget needs.
For instance, during the Great Recession, when home values crashed both household and state budgets, the Republican legislature boosted things like motor vehicle license fees to keep the budget balanced. Those opposed to Amendment 5 also say it's politically motivated, that the GOP is making a preemptive strike in case Andrew Gillum becomes governor. How would he pass a health care package without new corporate taxes?
Minority members could stop some very good and probably needed legislative action. Supermajority creates tyranny of the minority.
It's a battle over future budgets being waged in the present. Evan Axelbank, Fox 13 News.